Counter-terrorists win.
Hey everyone, Rob here from Gunfather Milsim, and today I want to talk about style versus function in airsoft. Now, my intention is for this not to be a rant video, because at the end of the day, airsoft, Milsim, whatever, it's recreational activity, okay? So whatever it takes for it to be fun for you, then by all means do it, and just screw whatever some guy on YouTube says. Having said that, there are some things I've observed about the sport, how it's changed over the last decade, that I kind of want to discuss, and I want this to be a constructive video, not destructive. Okay, so before you get all angry, if this applies to you, calm down, hear me out, and then save your opinion for later. All right? Now, I started playing airsoft in 2007, so about 10 years ago. And when I first started, I was looking for some cheap venue to get some training in for law enforcement stuff, for using rifles and handguns and whatnot. That was my initial interest in using airsoft guns, to see if that would be viable. I found out the viability of it as a training tool was limited, but it was a hell of a lot of fun. And I got bit by the bug, and the rest is history. I'm off to the races. But at that time, it was more about function. And when I went to games and I learned how to play, people weren't so concerned about how they looked or what kind of plate carrier you were wearing or whatever. Most guys wore chest rigs, had some magazines, a radio, and they would play. It was all about using cover and squad tactics and, you know, line formations or different formations, and flanking your enemy and communicating via radio and whatnot. And it was a lot of fun. I have observed in the last couple of years that the sport has, some would say evolved, I would say devolved, into being more about style rather than function. And where it's more about how you look versus whether or not you can actually play on the field, or whether or not you can actually get kills, make things happen on the field. It's more about how you look. More about what PC are you running, or what helmet do you have, or what all the crap on your helmet, or what cool Gucci ass gear do you have, what battle belt do you have. And I think it is to the detriment of the sport that the focus has gone over to that. It's to the point where I think the sport now resembles almost more cosplay than it does airsoft. And I don't think that's a good thing. And here's the issue with it. In the real steel community, okay, the larger group of people who wear armor and carry weapons for a living every day, they view airsoft, milsim, whatever, in a very negative light. Okay, it is not a positive thing. And they don't care about whether you call it airsoft or milsim. They lump it all together, and honestly, they're not wrong. There's not a lot of daylight between them in the grand scheme of things. So, they view airsoft players as posers. I constantly find myself trying to defend the sport because it's a lot of fun, okay? But when they're calling everybody who does the sport posers, and everybody's playing essentially dress up and can't do a proper reload to save their ass, there's not much defense for it. And I don't think it is a good thing for the sport to devolve into cosplay. So here is what I propose. If you want to be all about looking cool and wearing the stuff that you think the Navy SEALs wear, or Special Forces or whatever, that's cool. Okay, I get it. But you might want to spend some time doing two things, okay? One, get in shape. And I know I've beaten this dead horse in other videos, but look the part, have the physical ability to move around the field and physically do things and not get tired and burnt out after 45 minutes. Put in the work. I'm 38 years old. If you're under the age of 25, you should be able to PT me into the dirt, but it's actually quite the opposite on the field, okay? And that shouldn't be the case. So get in shape. If you're under 25, it's easy to stay in shape, all right? Step 2, put the time in to learn the skill sets and learn to do what you're emulating to do, okay? Learn to handle your weapon, your M4, your AK, your saw, whatever you're using. Learn to do a reload. Learn to do a transition to your handgun. Learn to properly hold your rifle and use cover. And learn those basic skills, because they make a huge difference in how well you play the game, and it gives a little bit of legitimacy to what you're doing other than just dressing the part. So my advice: look for function over style. Look for how you actually play the game. It does you no good to dress up in all the tactical stuff if you don't know what you're doing, and if you're not willing to, go prone and get in the dirt for fear of making your nice, pretty gear, dirty. It doesn't do you any good. So let us seek out function over style. Style is great, function is king, right? Please leave your comments below and have a discussion. I kind of floated this on a local Facebook group a few weeks ago, and it got a lot of comments back and forth, a lot of very passionate people about it. Once again, trying to be constructive, not destructive. So tell me what you think, and thanks for watching.